Barlonyo is an example of what we can do when people partner with us to make a difference. Literally, an entire community has been transformed. That's thanks to so many of you that supported this work. There are more communities and more families who've been totally traumatized by war, AIDS orphans, child-headed households, dads who feel like failures because they can't take care of their own kids, people drinking dirty water. We want to continue to make a difference. We don't want one person to fall through the cracks. I really believe that's the heart of Jesus. If you've been watching this and this has touched you, this is the last day that you can participate. Go to your phone right now. Don't put it off another minute. Call the number that's on your screen, 1-888-288-0003. Or you can do it online. Go to crossroads.ca. As well, you can write a check and mail it in. All those ways still work, and we so appreciate you partnering with us. Chester, you are the man who has walked through these projects, and you've seen Barlonyo literally transform before your eyes. I remember going there last year and everyone saying, look at all the commerce that's happening downtown. Look at all the people. Look at all the life. Yeah. This was not here. Well, tell me about that transformation.
Well, yeah. I mean, after the first season of planting, people had a bumper crop of rice. And they had so much rice that they started to sell it. And all of a sudden, income was coming in. And that caused a motivation to kind of well up within them. I mean, it showed them that, hey, I don't have to keep dwelling on the things of the past. I don't have to keep dwelling on my loss. Here's abundance that's now coming into my lap. And I believe that for many, they saw it as a sign from God. And they also saw hope again for the first time in a long time. And so hope always paves the way for transformation, doesn't it? I mean, if you don't feel hope, how can you change? You know, how would you even want to change? It's just, maybe you want to, but there's no wherewithal to do it. But hope gives you the power to change.
Well, one of the things that impresses me about Dave and you is that you both have vision and hope. Because, you know, sometimes I go into these communities and I see the task is so huge. If I had been in Barlonyo in those early days, I would have said, can we put this community back together? Can these people ever really heal and have hope again? Right. How do you go in there and just know that we can do this?
I think part of it is just to know what God has done in our own lives and know the hopeless state that we were in earlier. I mean, I speak for myself, and I saw the amazing transformation that God brought about in my own life. And so I know I can give that to others as well. And I do believe that God can change any situation. And you know, just as you walk with the Lord, I mean, He just shows you how you can impact other people's lives. And you know, it does take a vision, and it takes a systematic path of steps. You know, you just don't reach success all in one day. And one thing we do here at Crossroads Missions is that we plan carefully. Because as God provides the funds to do good things, we also need to have good plans. Without good plans, our projects will fail. We need good people, and we need good partners. So it takes a number of components to make it happen.
Now, Chester, I'm a new grandfather. You've been a grandfather for a while. That's and right. Several times now. How many grandchildren do you have?
Yeah, we have 3 grandchildren, my wife Yanni and I. And I love them to death as well. I mean, and I think they're the most beautiful girls in the world.
Absolutely.
So we can have a fight about it afterwards.
And that'll be a good fight. It's like prepare to fall in love all over again when you have granddaughters, right?
Exactly.
Well, here's what Sharon and I are going to do, and we're having fun with this, but also with a serious bent to this, is we are going to be extending to you right now a grandparents challenge. I have one granddaughter. Her name is Maisie, 6 months old. She doesn't have a clue what's going on with me right now. But I would like, and my wife and I, we'd like to give $100 toward this effort we're talking about today. And we'd like to do it in her honor. And Cheryl, how does it work with these cards? Because if there are other grandparents that would like to give in honor of their grandchildren, they can call.
Up the phone right now.
Call, and when they call, what do they need to tell our operators?
Yeah, absolutely. All you have to do is ask for the card, and the operators will send it to you. This is something that tangible that you can give to them to say, you know what, right. in lieu of a Christmas present this year, or this is your Christmas present this year, is that I have given something that's going to change people's lives.
There's a place there to put your name in honor of.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the different areas you can check off, whether you gave with food and water, whether you did to rescue a child, some of the causes that we featured this week. You can decide which one you really want to focus on with them.
I tell you what, I think we're going to do here, Chester, is my wife's pretty crafty and creative, if you will. We can laminate this card, and we can put a hole punch and a decorative ribbon and hang it as an ornament on the tree. And then one day when Maisie's old enough to understand, she's going to know that her parents had thought of her and engaged her in global things and global need, even as an infant.
And you can tell your granddaughter that she was drilling wells and helping families, kickstarting families when she was 6 months old.
Long before.
Because you're doing that on her behalf. Right. So you're already instilling destiny into her life.
Before the foundation of her life is really laid. That's right.
I love that. You know, you can tell your kids to be generous and give, but you have to model it for them to see it. I think it's a great idea.